It's been a rough few years for cotton growers in the state as they've had to deal with low commodity prices, a hurricane, and the recent pandemic. However, prospects are starting to look up as prices have now reached more than 90 cents per pound. While uncertainty in the number of acres planted and crop condition has contributed to the surge, there's one main factor responsible for the rising prices.
Demand's picking up. Demand has been good, so we expect the export numbers, because about 80% of the U.S. crop or more is exported, going to mills overseas. So if the demand is strong, and we're all optimistic and we're saying it is, we expect to see the export numbers validate that.
And they have certainly done just that, as USDA has bumped the projection to 16.4 million bales in exports. That's good news for the growers as they look to price out their upcoming crop.
I think the strategy that most growers take these days is when the market moves up, they market in a stepwise progression. They market a little bit of their crop here. The market goes up, they market a little bit more. The market goes up further, they market a little bit more. Your objective is to get a high average price. If the market goes down, you say, whew, glad I did what I did.
While the price has jumped nearly 80% over the past year and a half, another surge like that is far from a certainty. That's why it might be a good idea for growers to consider locking in that price, especially with so much uncertainty around the world.
If I don't have at least a third to a half of my crop already priced previously, I wouldn't turn down 90 cents. I would go ahead and get at least half priced based on your expected production. But this new pandemic threat, I would say, is the one thing that worries me.
And if it turns out to be anything like the previous one, it could have a major impact on the world markets. But if things continue to improve, the cotton industry could be in for a banner year.
We lost 20% of our cotton world demand during the pandemic of the past year. 20% of your market. We've started to grow. That's caused optimism. That the 90 cents we're seeing in the market today is because of optimism. I cannot stress that enough. Hopefully this is going to end up to be one of those years, very rare years, where farmers are able to get a good crop, yield-wise, and at a very good price.
Reporting from Tift County, I'm Damon Jones for the Farm Monitor.